Okay, so today's question is, should you disclose your ADHD during a job interview? What's up everybody, it's PJ the Great. I hope you're having a super beautiful day. And today I want to talk about on this sit down Saturday is, should you disclose your ADHD during a job interview? And you know what, before we get into that, I just want to apologize if I look a little sleepy. This time change, this falling back is really not agreeing with me. For some reason I am tired as all get out. I could go to bed right now. But I'm not going to do that. We got a discussion to have. I think we already know what the answer to this question is. It's really simple. Oh, hell no! Now, disclosing your ADHD during the job interview, that may earn you a little bit of respect from the people that you're interviewing with, but in the long run, it could really hurt you. Now, you go through the interview, you're the super rock star, and you got the skill set that can really nail this position and be a good choice for this company. I mean, of course, right? I mean, you wouldn't have applied for it if that weren't the case. But if you disclose that you have ADHD during the interview, a lot of employers, they know about ADHD. Some of them may not know about it, but if they do, they may use this against you. And then when it comes time to choose someone for the job, you could be the most qualified person in the whole interview pool, but they'll overlook you and say that someone else was more qualified because they don't want to deal with your ADHD and what comes along with it. It seems not fair, right? But in the long run, it could happen. And the best way to avoid having that happen to you is by not disclosing it in the interview in the first place. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, oh, I'm covered by ADA, right? Well, in an interview and a decision on if they're going to select you for the job, not necessarily, because as mentioned, they can find a way around it and just say, hey, you weren't qualified for the job, even though you were, and you were the top candidate, as I mentioned. And you have no way of finding out if someone was actually more qualified or not. In their eyes, this other person probably didn't have the skill set that you had, but they didn't have the baggage of ADHD. Now, while you're interviewing, can you at least ask for accommodations for your ADHD? I mean, that's cool, right? The reason why this isn't cool is because it pretty much falls into the category of what we just spoke about, which is disclosing your ADHD during the job interview. You don't want to go in right off the rip saying what kind of accommodations do you offer for people with ADHD, because you're getting off on the wrong foot. Don't do that. That's not going to be cool at all. Now, if you want to find out if they would be willing to give you any accommodations for your ADHD, you can do this without disclosing it. Just simply ask the question, what type of tools do you provide your employees in order to succeed in their jobs? See what I did right there? I mean, you can get the answers that you want from asking that question right there, and they'll pretty much tell you what type of tools that they offer, like software, private offices, things of that nature, that will assure that you and other employees will succeed in this position without just coming out up front saying, I have ADHD, are you gonna accommodate me? Now, what if they ask you, do you have any limitations that can stop you from performing this job to the best of your ability? Oh, thank God, thank God. Now I can tell them that I have ADHD, right? No, this is not the time to tell them that you have ADHD. I mean, I don't know how often this question may come up, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, and they can't just flat out say, do you have any medical reasons that will stop you from performing this job? You don't disclose that you have ADHD if they ask you a question this way. You just tell them that you don't have any limitations, which is true, because if you have ADHD and you know you have it, you have obtained some skills that allows you to even the playing field and be able to work just as hard as people who do not have ADHD. So no, you're not going to disclose that you have it if they ask a question like this, because you may have to work harder than those other employees, but you've learned how to work harder and you can hang with them. So you don't have any limitations. And now think about this. Any limitations that you may have because you're ADHD, you should be willing to work hard, and your employer should be willing to work hard to assure that you're going to perform to the best of your ability and do the best job that you can at making yourself look good and making that company look good. Congratulations, you did it. You nailed it. You got the job. You got the phone call and they said they want to hire you. Finally. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I can disclose that I have ADHD, right? Oh, hell no. No. Don't do that. You don't want to start off this new job on the wrong foot. You don't want to walk into the door saying, you hired me. Guess what? I have ADHD. Accommodate me. Nah, don't do that. This is what you're going to do. You know you have ADHD. You've acquired the skills to learn how to work with your ADHD. Don't assume that you're going to need accommodations right off the rip in order to do a good job. Go into the job, perform to the best of your ability with the skills that you have learned to get by, and perform to the best of your ability with your ADHD, and let the chips fall where they may. I mean, you may shock yourself and find out that you're able to perform the job just fine without any kind of accommodations whatsoever. I mean, I'm a prime example of that. I've been in the workforce for like the longest time. Now, granted, I've just recently found out that I had ADHD, even though I suspected that I had it for like the longest time, but I never really needed accommodations for it until now. So don't assume that you're gonna need it. Go in, put your best foot forward, see how well you perform, and then after like a couple of months or whatever, and you're finding that you're not able to put your best foot forward without some sort of a reasonable accommodation, then you can ask for a reasonable accommodation. But is that the time to disclose that you have ADHD? Well, that's a video for another Sit Down Saturday. Well, there you have it. If you like this video, do me a favor and give it a big old thumbs up. If you hated it, you can give it a thumbs down. But no matter what you do, don't forget to click that subscribe button and click the bell right next to it so you'll be notified every time I upload new videos. And you know what? Do me a favor. If you know someone that has ADHD, a friend or a family member, and they're in the job market and you think this information would be useful to them, go ahead and hit them up and share this video with them if you feel like it will help them. And I want to know from you too, did this video help you out? Hit me up and let me know in the comment section. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook, so if you want to hit me in any of those avenues as well and share your story with me and let me know if this helped or not, let me know. And I want to know if you ever disclose your ADHD during the job interview and how did that work out for you. Once again, thank you so much for joining me for my first Sit Down Saturday talking about ADHD, and I will see you in the next video. You're gonna want to join me for next Saturday because we're gonna kind of continue this conversation. Until I see you the next time, don't forget to ADHD like a boss. Audi 5000G. Finally, you can tell them that you have ADHD, right?